Okay, I think it's happening.
Yo, 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 yo.
I feel like we need to make it more towards your side. This doesn't work. Don't buy it.
Did they sponsor you?
Not yet.
Definitely not now.
It's a hostage situation. Once you start fucking
I like how the American
working.
flag is like slightly off.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah, America, but still communist because it's half the flag.
we leave space open for communism over here.
This is where we all work together and none of us are above one another.
Yeah, it's all about free
And this is where
NFTs.
Hans Kim has a following.
This is not Kill Tony fans. We're here.
That's him pandering.
Yeah, they're they're
Oh, they're
easily led.
bored.
Oh no.
Daddy been all this time.
I know. Sorry guys, it took forever to figure it out.
Sorry, Hans isn't as smart as he looks.
The fucking software is bullshit.
Don't even mention software when you don't know a goddamn thing about
The hardware is bullshit. What is it hard? Is it
it.
soft?
It's soft. The medium wear.
It's all about texture.
He's got a lot riding on this.
It's the thing William
Whoa.
Montgomery says. Like when he's doing a set, he'll be
Uh-huh.
like, don't fuck it up for me. Got a lot riding on
Do
it.
you feel pressure?
Right now,
Yeah. This is really high
I'm
pressure.
actually relieved because I was just like running around trying to get all this shit set up, and now it's just like now we don't
Now
have
it's
to do
just
shit.
happening.
Yeah,
And honestly, it's like, this is better than two cameras because it shows,
the real dynamic.
yeah, it shows we're one.
Yeah, I like that when Joe Rogan's doing his podcast and Jamie has to go to the bathroom and he just does this shot.
It's
Um,
almost like awkward, right?
yeah, because it's like, oh shit, they're just staring at each other the whole time.
Yeah. They're just kind of like behind at a table,
Yeah.
just like in the same. They don't
To
move at all.
me, yeah, to them it's like no different from what they were doing, but to me it's like, oh shit, we got a zoomed out perspective.
They're actually just like cardboard cutouts.
Who, Joe Rogan?
Yeah. Can we spread that? Can we spread that a conspiracy theory? He doesn't do his podcast anymore. It's just cardboard cutout. The sexual tension is off the wall. Yeah. If only this table wasn't in between us.
We'd be smashing into each other.
Yeah. Hans gets laid. He says things like smashing into each other. What did you say the other day? I asked you, I said, what's your love language? And
I was like,
you wanted to be physical touch.
yeah, aspirational.
My love language is cock and vagina.
Yeah, I don't think there's just one love language.
No, I mean, it has to be multiple for you.
Why? Because I have no other choice. I have to diversify my portfolio.
Yeah, because you can't read signals.
That woman was given the signal of I want to sleep in your bed, and then
Yeah, a
nothing.
woman literally said to Hans, can I sleep in your bed? He said yes. They slept in the same bed and did not have sex. And then you're like, oh, I don't know if she wanted to. Why would she ask to sleep in the same bed?
Because she didn't want to sleep on the couch.
The couch is like way more comfortable if someone makes you uncomfortable on a bed.
I don't know. It's just like we were like laying in bed talking, and then like I would make lovey dovey eyes to her.
Oh, what do those look like? Can you do them? Yeah, never mind. I get it now.
And then she put her dog in between us.
Was
So,
it stinky?
no, it was a tiny little 14-year-old dog. It was like that big.
It's like an old dog.
Yeah.
It's like weird if
She
you try
put a
to like.
diaper on it.
Really?
Yeah, and she had like
Not even
overalls.
disabled.
No, it's just old.
It had overalls?
Yeah,
You shouldn't have had sex with this lady anyway.
I know.
She puts her dog in overalls.
Yeah, she would probably have like put me in like a outfit, like a lederhosen, and carried me around.
Yeah, sounds like she wanted to put you in a diaper.
I know.
Were you like holding on your pants all night, making sure that she doesn't put a diaper over you?
Yeah, I was really afraid of that. That she was gonna take my pants off
To
and
be
beat.
fair, you like left out the detail that she put in between you guys a 14-year-old dog and in overalls.
I
That was like a major detail you left out.
mean, it wasn't the whole night. It was like part of the night.
So where did it go the rest of the night?
The other side.
Maybe she likes to fuck with her dog around. Maybe she's freaky.
I mean, I'm down for that. It just didn't happen, so I'm not
Because
gonna
you
beat
didn't,
myself up.
yeah, but also you didn't do anything to see if she even wanted it to happen.
I did enough. I gave her the
Did
eyes.
you actually give her that? Can you give me the eyes that you actually gave her?
I was like, wow, so interesting.
You called her interesting. Wow, you're
I
so
might have been in a bad
interesting.
mood. Maybe I wasn't like super sexual.
This is almost as intriguing as Two Girls, One Cup.
They're just so horny.
Did you watch that?
No,
Why not?
I just didn't feel the need to watch something gross.
I didn't watch it either, but I, I feel like the reference it's actually old now. They
Yeah.
need to get like a new reference.
Yeah, it's like 20 years old.
Isn't there like a new weird porn that people are upset about?
No, yeah, it doesn't take the internet by storm anymore.
Yeah, it's because
Getting
there's
tired
no
of it.
kink shaming, so
Yeah,
now whatever freaky thing happens, we all have to be okay with it, right?
yeah.
Like,
Try to find a way to make it normal.
what's the weirdest thing you've ever watched?
I watched a porn where like a guy took out like one of those dog toys that looked like a coral reef out of a woman's vagina. And then I was young and I thought like that might happen. Like sometimes they're growing things
Oh,
like
that
that.
pussies grow coral reefs.
Yeah,
That's why the environment's so bad. That's why climate change is happening. All the vaginas are absorbing coral reefs.
yeah. You guys gotta queef out coral reefs in the Great Barrier Reef.
God,
We can regrow the coral population.
didn't that hurt your vagina talking about this?
Yeah, squeezing out like a sharp, jagged piece of coral.
Have you ever gotten anything stuck in your penis? Like,
Sometimes
this
they'll be
needs a
like,
pussy, am I right?
yeah, this is put penis
Oh
up, this
my
in my
God, you need to
penis.
work on that. It's like a dead person.
uh, sorry.
Do you drink coffee?
No.
Oh, and maybe I was just gonna suggest that maybe you should drink coffee when you wake up.
Yeah, I could do that. I like the setup. It looks like we're sort of.
Mike's even connected.
Can they not hear us? I don't know. I don't think we should pay attention to them.
Okay, yeah. You just have bad hearing.
It's your fault. Um, yeah, I mean, what else is going on? You survived the tornado yesterday.
Oh
Was it
yeah.
even bad? I mean, it was windy,
Yeah, it was pretty
rainy.
fucking crazy. They're like, get inside, and then for about 10 minutes it rained. And then it was like thundering. Okay, can you get struck by lightning if it's not making any noise, like lightning bolt noise? I thought it would make like a lightning bolt noise.
Well, it always makes a noise. You hear it later because it's far away, because sound travels slower than light.
Sometimes don't you wish that you'd just like get struck by lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably the coolest way to die. There was a girl in my high school whose dad died from getting struck by lightning.
Oh,
And like every time she told people, they're like, "Are you serious?" It's kind of like,
yeah. Like a joke.
yeah, it's kind of like a sick joke.
What was he doing? Was he a outside man?
Yeah, he, yeah, he's just an outside man. He just like couldn't stop being outside. Hans is playing the long game with her, but his end goal is clapping them Kim cheeks. Uh-oh, things are heating up and reading these comments. Surrounded. Damn.
Mics are fine. That's what they said.
There was a wicked. It's
Just
funny because
checking.
it's like their brains work so interestingly.
You mean hornily and
Yeah.
permanently?
It's their first instinct is just sex, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame them, but I think it's Like they would rather be watching porn. Like why don't you just watch porn? It's one tab away.
That's so funny because you were so far away from porn. You're like the opposite. If I was in the mood for porn,
Oh my,
you were the opposite of what I would watch.
yeah, that's the general vibe I get from women.
Not because you're like repulsive, but just because like there's like nothing erotic happening.
On my face.
You're just like so still.
Yeah, until I get jackhammering. It's like all still until it's time for action, and then I let out all my energy.
Oh my God, is that where your personality is being stored?
Yeah, and my
In your semen?
yeah.
Damn. Um, Sorry, I actually can't help but see these.
Can you like does this stay? Because I
It
was
kind
gonna
of
sit
just,
there.
it's kind of like moving. Oh, I kind of like holding it
Yeah.
though. Do you have an instinct to hold it?
No, yeah, a little bit. I've been touching it a little, but it makes a noise. Hopefully it doesn't pick it up. These are like
Oh,
expensive, so hopefully they have like an
and you're
anti.
like, these are expensive. Can you like not touch them? You're so poor.
It's your poor
Um,
hands. So Kylie is a comedian. She's traveling the country in her car and she's doing it full time. Make she's making money and like doing comedy. So like what do you have to say to people who are living 9 to 5 lives of quiet desperation?
that sucks. That sucks so bad.
Fuck you.
You're stupid. But
Die.
that the die, just live in a car. They would hate that. That's like the equivalent of
Yeah,
them
but
dying.
why? Like, why do people hate that so much? Like, they think that they're better than that. Like, they don't want to be
Well,
uncomfortable.
because people are materialistic. It's like I even thought the things that I would be worried about out of living out of a car, it's like I don't care at all. You
Yeah.
know? It actually just like takes you back to your natural human instincts, and instead of like thinking about items and shit all day, you're just like, oh, I just need to find a bathroom
And water.
and water and a
Yeah.
shower, and then I do comedy, and then it's
Yeah.
like I don't have to think about anything
But
else.
like the normal life is just a race to find out who can not be concerned about survival the most. So they're all in this rat race where they're like, I don't even think about my butthole. And then like to like completely abandon that and
Wait,
just
you think about your butthole a lot?
no, I'm a modern man. I live in a house now. But yeah, I mean, they don't want to be connected to their body. It's like a status thing. The more you're connected to the body, the more you are working class. And it's like been years and years of civilization. Like we're t trending towards away from nature. So like the culture is
Yeah,
influencing us to be like, if you think about survival shit, that means you're lower and that you're an animal and that you don't deserve the niceties of technology.
yeah. Even because like even food, I look at food differently now. I'm like, I just need to eat just to eat food. I don't care as much about.
Yeah.
Did you feel
True.
this at all when you were living in a van? Like
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know. Before it was kind of like fun to eat out, and I'm like, I don't really care to do that. I just like need to eat for like for my 3 meals a day, and I don't care what it is.
Yeah, it's just fuel. It's like your
Yeah,
car needs fuel.
kind of like a rocket. I just like fill myself up and
Yeah.
then pew.
You're not just eating.
And then big stomp stomp. I big stomp all over the town, the country. I big stomp all over the country.
Big stomp stomp.
That's my tour. Big stomp stomp all over the country.
Yay, do haha laugh comedy and then
Now you
swing
clap and
my
I
big
big stomp stomp.
titties around
Yeah, I have
the country.
huge titties. God, it's like so hard traveling the country with huge tits.
Yeah, you're gonna buy an extra seat on the airplane.
Yeah, actually. And also, do you remember when you would cook me fish in the van in New York?
It wasn't cooked, it was raw.
Actually, you hand fed me like you hand fed me.
Chopstick fed you.
No, you like took the entire fish.
Got it.
It was like eyeballs and everything, and you shoved it down my throat and you said, "Woman, eat."
Yeah.
I caught a fish for a day,
Dumb woman.
and I go, "Oh, no, no, thank you,
Thank you, man.
thank you, man."
Yeah, we used to hang out in my cold van in cold New York.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Like, do you need something to keep you warm at night?"
Yeah, you're treating me like your dog.
Yeah, disabled.
Yeah, you're like, this is a broken thing that I can nurse back to health and then he'll forever be in my debt and I can use him to defeat my enemies.
Oh my God, is that what you think of me?
Yeah,
I often wonder, I'm like, what attracted me to getting a disabled dog?
probably the sex.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely more erotic and interesting than a
Yeah.
regular dog. Regular dogs, they're just getting too much for me. Same old, day to day.
I mean, I think that maybe you're a disabled dog because you are, you feel disabled and you wish someone would take care of you.
No, no. Maybe I'm just like attributing it to like men I've been with.
Yeah. You like to date broken people.
I'm classically trained in dating disabled men. Yeah, I got my degree in disabled men. Yeah, but not so much anymore. Now traveling around, I see like all the different people and how better people can be.
They, they can have like limbs that work,
Yeah, like
spinal cords.
full brains. It's
Yeah.
weird. I was like only dating like 1/4 brain people, and now it's like almost halfway brain.
Well, I mean, we can all be critical of people. I mean, do you really think like, 'cause you're in New York, like there's so many interesting people there, and before that, California.
Yeah.
You think that maybe it's just like you're telling yourself that you're getting better, but
I think I'm more open to like deeper connection now.
yeah,
Do you feel similarly? I feel like it's just like if you take care of yourself and level up in life and do the things you want to do, then you just attract that.
yeah, I haven't really been attracting.
Right. You just like kiss people on stage and post pictures about it. So I'm sure people, you know what people think? They look at those pictures and then they're like taken.
I'm not even gonna try. He probably
Never
doesn't
even
want
shoot my
me.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sort of tired of women. It's just so exhausting, just kissing them all the time.
Yeah, it seems like your calendar is fully booked. That's why no one's coming after you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm like at a higher wavelength and like I'm doing more interesting things and more interesting people come at me and come find me. But yeah, I mean, it's like if you're at a lower wavelength, then like you're not gonna find the people that are at a higher wavelength. But I haven't really noticed that myself. I mean, I feel like I've been pretty much the same person the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. You don't really evolve, and that's not a negative thing to but you really are just like the same person. Could you say the same thing about me?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're very ironic and sardonic. And you're like, you're like aware of it all. You're like, you can see what's happening and you see like the zoomed out picture and like what's going on, and then you make a joke about it just so that it's not like painfully aware, but you like, yeah, I mean, I think that you've always been like that. Maybe it's because from your traumatic childhood, you just had to be like aware of what's happening.
So true. You called me intimidating yesterday.
Yeah, because like you have the what's that show? The Broad City perspective. You have the Zendaya and Euphoria perspective.
What the fuck?
You're like a
Broad
hip
City and
young woman.
Euphoria are so different. I'm a hip young woman.
Yeah, and you're just judging men.
That's that's like half true, yeah. But I don't find myself to be a very judgmental person. I just don't care.
Yeah, I mean it comes effortlessly to you. You just notice things whether you like it or not.
Oh, that's true. That's like the a comedian had a good joke about like he wished that he wasn't as self-aware because it hurts your brain. God, I'm just like so painfully self-aware. It just like hurts so bad.
It's intimidating because you're like, what if this hip young woman thinks I'm an old, dumb rapist or an idiot or like a monster, like
We've
a
been
horrible
friends
person.
for like 3 years, and I've never called you a rapist.
Yeah. Until now.
But now that you say that,
Well, that's
what?
like the
Now
thing.
you're making it sound like I'm like one of those like alt people that would just like cancel people willy nilly.
Well,
Is the
you are
audience into it?
liberal.
Yeah, I am liberal. But
It's
like,
just like you are aware of like the dark side of men and their horniness, and it's like you can call me out on it, and
but I also use it to my advantage.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Especially in like I feel well like especially in stand up, like audience members, they want to see you for like whatever fantasy they're trying to fulfill. You know what I mean? Like you're like playing a role to them.
right.
So it's like Jessica Kirson is like so fucking cool. People are probably like, "Oh, I want that to be my mom." But then there's like hot comics that are really funny and they're like, "Oh, just the
Yeah,
idea.
look at her strutting on stage.
Yeah,
She's just owning it.
look at that sexy little bitch." And I literally noticed that like when I was dating someone, if I said like my boyfriend in the set, like there would just be like less people who came up to me afterwards and asked for my Instagram and shit. And so now I'm like it's like also a marketing thing. Like you have to you're like
Dangle your
your thing
sexuality.
is like virgin or whatever. And people are like, "Oh, that's so sweet. He's so virgin."
Yeah,
They want to take your virginity.
yeah, that's what people like. But then it also puts them off because they're like, oh, he's gonna be desperate and horny. I don't want to associate with that.
Yeah, but the people who like you on stage, I feel like would just be like, that's cool. Mm. Who's calling you desperate?
Myself.
Yeah,
No, I think it's good to be aware of how your sexuality influences the audience and then use that. Because I think that's a tool and that's like a way that people see each other and it's a way that we interact with each other. Um,
you're like, and I'm so aware that every single person wants to fuck me so badly. So as soon as I get up there, what are your jokes about?
different.
You're like, oh, who's fucking this girl?
Yeah, it's hard.
And then she said she wasn't a communist. Ah, back to the drawing board.
Gotta go date in Cuba. Um, my jokes are just like sort of about, how I think that there should be more sex in the world.
That's so awesome. You're like really impactful to the BDSM community.
Because like a lot of dudes aren't having a lot of sex, and I think that's sad. And I think if we were, it'd be a better world.
A lot of dudes aren't having sex. Oh, the
And
dudes you
women,
associate with, maybe.
just dudes in general.
Are you like trying to say that sex should be like a priority in your everyday life?
It should be more of a priority, but not the biggest thing. It
It's
should just be.
also, I feel like it's like also just like kind of complicated sometimes. It's just
Well, I
annoying.
think like we're narcissistic now, and we would rather just like not connect with people. We like the individual is the best, and then we don't like value connecting and being a part of something larger. We just try to make ourselves awesome instead of like trying to make the group awesome, because that's the American thing now.
Yeah,
So I
like
think,
uplifting others,
yeah,
people.
people don't want to connect. They don't like intimacy, I
Yeah.
think. They just want to be themselves in front of other people.
Well, I love when people are like, I'm demisexual. And that's basically like, you only want to fuck people you connect with. And I'm like, that's everyone. We just
Yeah.
don't all do that all the time.
So narcissistic to be like, I'm a god. I can only fuck other gods.
Yeah. I'm
I'm like
like,
a Zeus.
we obviously would all prefer fucking someone we like spending time with, but sometimes we don't end up in that situation. Have
Yeah,
you ever fucked someone that you really don't like?
yeah,
Horrible, right?
yeah. I mean, but it's like you can learn to like someone if they, make you feel good. It's pretty.
You can learn to like someone if they make you feel good.
Yeah, 'cause like I
That's
might
true. It becomes toxic then.
sometimes, but sometimes I don't like people just off the bat without really considering it, and
Yeah,
then
but you don't like most people.
yeah, 'cause we haven't had sex yet. But then once we have sex, I'm like, oh, I'm just misunderstanding them. Like this is a different way to look at them that makes them
Yeah, but you
tolerable.
can not have sex with them to understand why they're
It's
worth
true. It's just such a big help to have sex. It just makes me like people so much more.
because they make you come.
Yeah,
Of course, you'll like someone if they make you come.
exactly. So it forces me to find a way to like him.
Oh my god, that's kind of dark.
What? That's positive. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I hated this bitch until she made me blow a load, and then I saw how beautiful of a person she was.
What's wrong with that? It's better than just thinking she's horrible and never thinking she's great.
It says you two are not good at flirting. What do they think? What do they think flirting is?
Um, like
What do you think flirting is?
animalistic communication.
When you're like, oh my god, hey,
Yeah.
I want to fuck you so badly. I feel like I'm just naturally a flirty person, so I don't even know what flirting is.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just connect with people and it's not always sexual.
That's true. And then people make it sexual.
Yeah. Because it's a man and a woman talking about sex. So they're like, this is them trying to fuck. But it's honestly just a podcast.
Guys, it's honestly just a podcast between mom and dad.
Come on, children. We're not gonna fuck in front of you.
No, I thought that's why the camera was set up.
I wish.
You'd probably make a lot more money off of this.
Yeah, give us $5 if you want to see us fuck.
Yeah, Venmo.
They have like a super chat on YouTube. Sometimes they give me money.
How about you kiss applications? What? They give you money?
Yeah, no one's giving me money. That's the only speech that I care about. I don't care about all these
Yeah, I know it's
words.
hard not to look. Touch my camera through. Okay, we should stop looking.
That's like a your mom's house reference.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoy talking about this stuff, and I think like we can figure shit out and, maybe think about things differently, hearing each other's perspective, and sex is like such a big part.
I feel like I've recently hit a different perspective with it because before, like when I broke up with my long-term ex, I like came out of it and was like, I bought fucking that book, The Ethical Slut. You've heard of it?
Yeah.
Um, it's like every girl that looks like me gets it, and they're like, it's fine to be a slut.
Why are you laughing?
It's fine, it's funny.
It's definitely fine.
Um, but I was like reading it and I was like, oh yeah, it's like beautiful to like connect with so many people on this level. And then I was like seeing a guy and we were just like being really sexually positive and sleeping with other people together and it was cool. But then I was like kind of like exhausted from it. And then I was like, I'd rather just be like having sex with someone that I connect with emotionally. And then I honestly like being on the road. I'm not like really horny that much.
Yeah, the road, the vibration.
Yeah, the vibration while I'm driving is enough for me. I come all day long on the road.
Uh, it's just coming on the highway and it's a health hazard. It's a driving hazard.
Yeah, it's pretty slippery. It's inconvenient when you're trying to like move the seat around.
Yeah.
I got in a few accidents because of it.
I mean, I think that we should be sleeping with a lot of people, and I think that it's fine to connect with people sexually. And I don't know if it's exclusivity is like very practical.
I feel like you like talk to a buddy and we're like, hey, I'm not getting laid enough, and they're like, just like put it out there that it's okay to sleep with anybody. Literally anybody that comes into the ether, just sleep with them.
Well, yeah, I honestly do think that, and I also want to have sex, but it's not like,
It's gross when you have sex with someone though that you're like not that turned on or attracted to.
yeah. But
Or
yeah,
you're
you
just
should be sleeping with people you're attracted to.
but it sounds like you're attracted to everybody.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
No,
We
it's
should
kind of
be.
beautiful. It's kind of beautiful. It's
Yeah,
like you see like good in a lot of people,
yeah.
except you're also like pessimistic about it. This is interesting.
How am I pessimistic?
You're like you like you like don't generally like people.
That's not
That's
true. Why do you say that?
like or I guess you have a hard time like getting close to people, right?
Is this like something I've told you or something you've noticed about me?
I think both, like the other day, we are talking about close friends in Austin too.
Yeah.
You could use like a buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of people are sort of selfish and they interrupt and that they don't really know how to connect with people.
Yeah, my least favorite people are the people who aren't naturally curious. Like I found myself talking to someone the other day and it was like me just asking them questions and they weren't asking anything back.
Funny you should ask. In fact, in the year 2022, I started a small business. They're like really full of themselves.
Shark Tank
Yeah,
and then then they make you watch the Shark Tank episode and then you're sitting there watching the Shark Tank episode for about 20 minutes
I hate that.
and then you're like,
That's what they think of people as just spectators. They're like, you're just here to look at my life.
hey, also when people are like quoting something like
Or like when you're having an argument. Sorry. And then they just interrupt you in the middle of an example. No. What are you gonna say?
you know when people are like their like whole personality is like quoting a TV show or like
Yeah,
a comedy joke or something and I'm like,
that's what she said.
yeah, some people still do that, but that was very much like that's what she said jokes.
The
Middle school.
Office.
Oh, what do you mean The Office?
Michael Scott did that to an annoying level.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you know, howdy doody. Or like South Park.
I
Like,
never
do you
watched
know
South.
what I'm saying?
Oh wait, keep going with that
Do you know
impression.
what I'm saying?
Did
It's
you
like,
just repeat it the same thing
he's
you
told
did?
me to. It's like,
There was more.
no, it's like this handicapped guy that talks through a little computer and he's trying to sound
Stephen
gangster.
Hawking.
Yeah, so he's like literally saying what gangsters say. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
yo, yo, yo,
I
yo.
hate that when it's like you're talking to someone and they're like we're having an argument and they're just like, "Yeah, you should read this book. Uh, why capitalism is the best.com. Yeah, it'll explain everything." Anyways, what do you want to talk about? It's like it ruins the conversation when you're just like, you just got to read this book and
Yeah, just
then
like
you'll think exactly
a
like me.
reference. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like don't cheat. Do the work. Make me think like you by saying something in the conversation.
Has anyone ever successfully convinced you that capitalism might be a good idea?
Um, not really, not yet. I mean, you're sort of a communist too, but you don't want to admit it.
I don't, I just, it's not that I don't want to admit it. I just, like, God and, my political affiliation are things that I'm too lazy to put, like, time into right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I was on shrooms and I was like, yeah, I feel like there's definitely something up there, or there's someone up there, or there's something going on. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking
yeah.
magical. But then
You
like,
wouldn't want to impart that emotion on anyone else because it seems like a kind of dopey surfer dude kind of vibe.
yeah, and I was also like, it's. I don't think it's my responsibility to find out what's going on here.
Yeah,
I'm mere just a speck on this earth.
yeah. You don't have any privileged perspective over anyone else, so
Yeah, and then with like political stuff, I'm like, okay, the I know what I think is right, and I fucking can't stand politics. And I think with people affiliating with each party is then you're being associated with whatever that party or those people believe, and then I feel like that's really toxic because then you can't have your own opinions.
yeah,
So it's like, yeah, I probably have a lot of
I agree. Because like
communist views.
our culture kind of perverts politics, and it just it's ruined. It's like when you're trying to talk about something, and then you have to like fall into the lines of what our culture has already laid out as the groundwork for politics.
Yeah,
And I don't think it's a healthy dialogue that we're having, but I think it's pretty easy to be like, oh yeah, that's wrong, that's right. You guys just think that because of self-interest and your culture and what you got passed down, and the less you have of that, the better.
yeah, that's why I hate getting like mashed in with like young white liberal queer women
Yeah.
because then it's like those are the most virtue signally people
Yeah,
and
there's parts of it that you hate.
that are so bad. But then there's parts that are so bad of the other side too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that you could
So I'm
find
just trying to
it.
fucking vibe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like our culture doesn't have a very nuanced perspective. Either you're a Democrat or a Republican, and it's like there's way more going on.
I used to be a fish.
We just don't appreciate the nuance, and we're just like, oh, you're that. But then isn't that like sort of the goal of them? Is like to make sure that you're not politically involved, to just be like, it's too complicated, don't think about it, just live your life and don't make any political changes.
Yeah. But I feel like I in my life I have certain things that I feel like I'm doing good for not the world, but like in my own
Maybe.
way.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally checked out. Like, you don't participate in the way that they want you to.
Yes, that. And then with like my show, I'm like being open about something that not people are open about, especially in comedy. And my disabled dog. Not a lot of people take care of disabled dogs, so
It's not something that we have it's not part of our GDP is like taking care of each other.
yeah, it's definitely like not in the government handbook to like adopt a disabled dog. And I did that.
Yeah, you're caring, you're making the world a better place and a happier, sunnier place. And
You think it's sunnier because of me? You think I
yeah,
have something to do with
yeah,
climate change?
yeah. And you're not like fucking no, you're to do with climate and positivity. But yeah, I mean, like if you're not like part of the system, like helping ExxonMobil, like doing paperwork for them,
Yeah.
then you're a part of positive stuff. And like the more people are using their work to take care of disabled dogs, and less, doing bullshit. Oh shit!
Not on this whole time?
It was on this thing. Hello, 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 hello. But yeah, the more that you're actually using your work for positive stuff, unless you're using your work for ExxonMobil and paperwork and like trying to sell insurance for no reason,
Yeah.
you're making the world a better place. So I think that you're doing it, but I think that, it would be helped if it was also more politically aware too.
I think my show's politically aware.
Is the audio better now? Yeah, I mean, the your show is like bringing light to this thing, and I think that the more that we're aware of it, the better it'd be if we were aware of like sort of the negative side of just the bullshit.
Better sound. Yay.
Okay, fuck. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, so how are you bettering the world
Um,
through your comedy? I think in a way because of like the people that you do comedy with slash for. Um not against your will, but they're definitely controlling you in some
you
way.
hate my
No, I don't. I
comrades.
don't, not at all. I think it's cool. And I think the coolest part about it, I think, is that you're so different from them that their audience could use some different perspective. And so you're not like, you don't go one way. And that's cool.
Yeah,
And like you're Asian, like they like needed to have an Asian person. So
yeah. Neurodiversity and racial diversity. I mean, I think that what I'm doing that's positive is just I'm just expressing myself and showing people my perspective, and it might not be much, but I think that's what I want from people is to express themselves. I think the best part of me is the best part of everyone, and I wish everyone would just show us what they're going through. And I think if everyone is doing that, the world would be a better place.
yeah,
I think if you're just shutting off and not showing people what's going on, then
I
shitty
agree.
things are allowed to continue.
Well, a comic was asking me that's like a one-liner comic who's just like a silly goose. He was like, "You talk about yourself on stage a lot. How do you do that?" I'm like, "I don't know, just I've always just done that." Like, it's crazy that when people aren't personal too, that I feel like don't you feel like a sense of unfulfillment when you're putting so much work into something and you're not sharing even like a tiny bit of your perspective? It's just like wouldn't it be crazy if we didn't have plates And we're like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, why did you waste our time?
Yeah.
But also, like, being silly, I think is good.
Yeah.
Being a silly.
It's yeah, yeah, I mean some people are just so desperate to make it that they'll say whatever it takes. They'll talk about like random bullshit just because they want to like make money from comedy. But I think if you take that out of it, like even if you're talking about plates like Mitch Hedberg, like
God, I was re listening to his album the other
it's
day.
still his perspective, even though he's not talking about like how many sisters he has.
But he's really good at it.
Yeah, I mean you're
He
trying to get good at it.
he's really good at it and he shares his perspective. There's yeah, I guess also I'm talking about people that haven't done it long enough probably to
Well,
get there.
if that's genuinely your perspective and that's genuinely what you want to talk about on stage, I think that's hilarious to be like, I have this time and attention of the country and I'm using it to talk about farts and poop.
Yeah.
But if you're just doing it just because you want to like, make money from comedy and not have a real job, then I don't think that's an artistic expression. I think it's noise and it's empty and it's shallow and it's like death.
Yeah.
It's like the worst thing.
Yeah. I guess it's like who are we to say who's wasting your time on
You can
stage?
tell. It's pretty obvious.
Who are we to say? Yeah, we are to say. We yeah, we can tell. We can tell. We'll put
I
like
mean, you're doing comedy for the audience, so the
yeah.
audience can tell and can be the judge.
Someone said, "Man, I probably sounded like this in my 20s." Yo, that's so fucking annoying because it's like I was overtly politically active. Do you remember that time?
Mm. Did you like campaign for Cynthia Nixon?
That's so specific.
It was around the time we were there.
No. I was just like I was just in a lot involved in a lot of activist groups and it was just like actually I felt that it was pretty messy what they were doing.
Yeah.
And then anytime they do something really stupid, like for like the gun control movement, they'd be like, I think we should have no guns. And I'm like, that's not the movement. Like, they're not telling you to get rid of your guns. And
Yeah.
then those people just fucked it up for all of us. So I was just like, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
now
you
I,
used to be more politically active and more like what you would call like 20s, what this guy thinks is being 20s is all about, and now
yeah,
you've
I'm not like
improved
walking around
past
like a
that.
fucking dumbass, like
But these people,
uneducated.
these old people, they don't talk about politics and then they just keep polluting the ocean, golfing and destroying the environment. So that's not an ideal person
Yeah.
that I'd want to be. I'd rather be aware and talking about this shit, even though it's like we're not going to impact it right now, right here, but it's
Yeah.
still good to talk about and improve our political discourse.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't like this whole I'm better than you because I don't talk about politics. I think
From me?
no,
Oh,
that
from
guy
that
said.
guy? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like anyone can avoid talking about shit.
Sounds like she voted for Hillary. Joke's on you, motherfucker. I'm too young to have voted during that time.
She's very
I was
young.
sucking on my thumb when Hillary was
She's actually
running.
Hillary from the past. She traveled in a time machine.
I'm actually sexy Hillary Rodham Clinton. She came back from
Rodham,
Rodham. Sorry, I have
Rotterdam.
mucus in my throat. Rotterdam Clinton. Yo, I had this I was like the Epstein Island shit when it all came out with the Clinton stuff. I was like, that's so interesting because
Oh, interesting.
that's so interesting because I would suck Bill Clinton's dick.
Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, that's who I'm trying to manifest.
That was probably before you were born,
Yeah,
97 or something.
yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
14.
who wouldn't? Like that's the perk of the job. It's like you're the most powerful man and you can't even get a blowjob. Like, what kind of world are we living in?
Yeah, don't we all want to get our whoever's in office suckety
Yeah.
sucked? They're not gonna do a good job if their dick ain't getting sucked.
Yeah.
And do we all see Hillary? She's not gonna do it.
She's too
Hillary
proud.
fucking does not get on her knees and do the sucking. We gotta have a president who comes on the reg, you know?
Yeah. He's gonna get all pent up. He's gonna try to make Guatemala suck on his dick instead of Monica.
Yeah, just like bust a nut in Monica's mouth and then maybe we'll get some shit done around here.
Yeah. We need healthcare. I like how gingerly you did it because
Yeah,
the
because
tables
I
and
know that
stuff.
sound is important.
I mean, I think that it's the ethical slut, you know? Bill Clinton was just trying to be an ethical slut.
Sorry that I keep touching this, but honestly, I'm just like never in a comfortable position.
Yeah, it's you need to
My
keep moving.
my body's like too long to ever be comfortable. I feel like
It's just people in
I'm
general.
like fruit roll up like that's just like mangled and put in a small space all the
Yeah.
time.
You feel like your spine is like
My back is eroding. Did you know that? My lower back's eroding.
I think you're fine.
No, I have an autoimmune disease
Every
where my
woman
lower
has an
back.
autoimmune disease. It's called being a woman. Do you have like autoimmune disease where you're like tired, but then like when you want to do something, you're not tired?
You mean bipolar disorder? Yeah, I have that too. It's called sacroiliitis. It's like when our joints move like this up against each other, there's lubrication in between it, but mine doesn't have any, so it's just rubbing up against the joints. So it's
Is that
just
like a
like,
real thing?
yeah. I used to like take shots in my leg for it, and one night I woke up in all hives, and then the only people to take me to the hospital were my roommates on ketamine, and I made it to the hospital. This was in Bushwick.
So your body's trying to destroy you, but you're still persevering nonetheless, and it
Yeah.
actually
Isn't
offers
that
you a
poetic?
perspective that other people don't have.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I would want to have a disease so that I could be like, I know I'm just average, but I'm actually struggling really hard to just be here. So imagine if I didn't have this disease, how much better than you people I'd be.
What's your disease? Being a virgin?
My disease is being uh awesome. Just so much better. Being
That's your
Asian,
merch. My disease is being awesome.
that sounds like something a 12-year-old would wear from Walmart. Like I see like these kids that are trying to be jocks and they're like, I never lose and I'll beat your face in. It's like you're 12 years old. Everyone on this planet can kill you.
I think 12-year-olds are probably some of the most powerful groups of people.
What
They're
happens?
fucking scary. God, they're so scary. 12-year-olds are terrifying. I used to nanny kids and the 12-year-olds were the meanest. They knew how to like grind your gears. I'd find myself like fighting back with them. Like I was like passionate about it.
Yeah.
But also that's probably just like says more about me and like
I don't envy them because they're trying to fit into like this society that's trying to grind them down and make them into office workers.
yeah, and they just like want to like touch their dick all the time. Like they have
I
no control on that.
okay, I'll take your word for it. But
The
yeah,
kid I
like
nannied would like go in the bathroom and masturbate like all day.
that's what we should all be doing. Like, why would you deny yourself pleasure? But they said like in hunter-gatherer tribes, like kids, teenagers aren't angsty. Like that's a modern thing because we're trying to force their natural, beautiful perspective into like a terrible society. And kids in hunter-gatherer societies, they're like rascally. They'll like do pranks and make fun of you, but they won't like be angry and slam the door and listen to heavy metal and Blink 182.
Yeah.
That's just our thing because we're trying to make them do 9 to 5 and train them to be cubicle workers, and their natural instinct is to rebel. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think like they're naturally angry and evil. I think it's like we're trying to force them and they're fighting against it.
Oh, that's interesting. Really?
Yeah.
Let me think about it. I don't know, cause I was just like, I wasn't really angry, or maybe I was angry. I was more angry about my family though, cause my family was bad people.
Yeah. That's part of it.
So I like didn't even have to like slam my door and play Blink 182. I would just like leave.
Yeah.
I'm leaving now. My mom would like kick me out of the house. She's like, get out of here. And I'm like, and then she would call me like 3 hours later and be like, I'm calling the police if you don't come back. And I was like, bitch, you crazy. And then I'd come back like this.
That's where you got your swagger from.
Yo, what's up, mom? Suck my dick. And then she'd be like, ah, you're so cool. Why was I never cool like you at your age?
She was intimidated, trying to keep you down.
Yeah. You
But
think so?
yeah, I mean,
Hey,
you grew up in a fucked up society.
I actually think my mom probably is like jealous of, um,
Your freedoms.
yeah, definitely.
She Middle Eastern.
Nope.
I thought
Just
you
a
were Jewish.
Jew. Yeah, just a big old Jew.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
think
my
that
mom
they
was in the
came from a different
Holocaust, so
time.
she's definitely really jealous of me.
It's like you don't have to take a shower with 700 of your closest friends.
And it's a really hot shower. Sometimes it's sometimes it's a deadly shower.
Yeah, that was a horrible
What
thing that happened.
what was that laugh? Ah,
I was just imagining
the
being in the
Holocaust?
shower and trying to get out the door, and people don't want to die. They're all fighting.
Yeah, I mean it's horrible. You don't have sorry that I brought the Holocaust up. You don't have to think about
No,
it.
it's fine. I just think that 12-year-olds, you know, they're scary or whatever.
Can we read some of this? Hey Hans, I found your stand up and I can't stop laughing. Did she just use air quotes when she called you cool? It's okay to not be chill. There's a time and place for everything. Hans is going to even greater lengths to disappoint women. Damn.
Are you disappointed?
No. Yo, fuck you. Who is it? Who said that? Any? What a stupid name. What is your brother named Audi?
Howdy.
Ouch, that one hurt.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that overall our society is held together with duct tape, and it can be improved in obvious ways that everyone can see, and it's infuriating, and then everyone is just told to not be active politically so that things can stay the way they are.
Yeah, I think actually, like during the pandemic, people were politically overactive. Like the people that have opinions on everything when they don't know a fucking thing.
Yeah.
But you also find that annoying. It's like what you were just saying is like when people just go in on the conversation and they know nothing about it. So actually, generally, they just need to be educated too.
Yeah, that would help. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that it's important for everyone to express themselves, but also to like be educated so that what you're expressing is quality instead of just garbage, like
Yeah.
QAnon shit.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoy learning about people and connecting with them, even if they're a little fucked up. And, that's the good thing about comedy. It's like we're all here to connect with each other, and we're gonna have as much positivity as possible to make it happen.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people in comedy think that way, but that's why I love stand up is because it's the most interesting people because it's like there could be like a guy who quit his job in his 40s and is pursuing like everyone has different backgrounds and there's like the kid that just went to college and um everyone's from fucking every different state that
Yeah,
and
just wanting people that want to talk.
yeah, they just like and they like need to talk,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah, sometimes the people that need it the most aren't the best at translating it into something usable.
Yeah, like sometimes they need to talk to like a professional first.
Sometimes they're fucked up. Um, and yeah, they're like barely keeping it together.
Do you feel fucked up? I wouldn't like identify you as a fucked up person.
Yeah, I mean, I've found my identity in rebelling against the system, so I've tried to
So fucked
harness
up.
my fucked upness. But I
Yeah.
think it's healthier to rebel against the system than to just go along with it.
You know what's funny too? Because like when you were living in a van in New York, everyone's like it was fucking crazy, and then the pandemic happened, and like everyone started moving into vans and shit, and they're like, oh, maybe this was a good idea after all. Living in New York full time in a van is pretty crazy though. I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine that.
Really?
during
What?
the winter and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
it's
you didn't have a heater and shit, but
no. For the longest time, I didn't have a heater. But yeah, I mean, it's like the day-to-day concerns aren't that important. It's like the overall what I'm telling myself I'm doing, the spiritual journey that I'm on is way more important. And I couldn't suffocate my soul inside like Sunset Park, 45 minutes from downtown,
yeah,
having to work. Like that is way, way worse than the physical
that's
discomforts.
how I feel now too. Even like paying a landlord that doesn't give a shit about you and doesn't fix anything and just like giving them money that just
Yeah.
goes down the drain
Can
every
I
month.
live?
Yeah.
Give
And
me
they have
more
like
money.
plenty of money and
Yeah.
they don't
And
give a
doing
shit about
nothing.
you.
They're just a
Yeah.
middleman.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, that's what the pandemic was good for. People were like, "Oh, I could die. Let me figure out what the fuck I'm
Better
doing."
quality of life. Let me move to Ohio. You see those ads for Ohio?
It's so cringy.
Jesus. I saw an ad the other day where it was like, move to Ohio. You're going to be inside working all day anyway. I was like,
Not really shooting
all right, at
for
least they were honest about that
the
one.
moon. They're
No,
just like, we're just sort of there. It's better
we're just like
because,
cheaper
yeah,
because we're worse.
yeah, you'll not be close to anything awesome, but hey, at least you don't have to work as hard. But yeah, I mean, I think the pandemic was good because it taught us like to have another perspective and not just be focused on some bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
You really want to die coughing at a fucking call center. Like, yeah, go live your life. And it's also people saw behind the economy. They're like, oh, you could just give us money.
Yeah,
You don't even need us to come into work. You just made me do that so that you could control us.
that was the fucked up thing I didn't do was I collected for like 2 months and then I went back to working because I'm so stir crazy. And so this is my first time in my life where I'm actually just focusing on comedy and like sometimes when it feels like I have too much time on my hands, I'm like, oh no, it's just because I'm used to breaking down my body 24/7 and working my ass off and grinding in New York City.
Yeah, we're used to that. So it's like normal to be miserable. We're
Hmm.
just so used to so much terrible feelings.
And then you start traveling and you see how better quality of life is everywhere else.
Yeah.
And just like people are nicer.
Yeah, but I mean, like the Rust Belt towns aren't doing that good either. Like the towns where there's no jobs and everyone's on opioids.
Yeah.
Um,
Yo, that shit's tight. My friend who grew up in like upstate New York, like all of her friends just casually did heroin and then they none of them went to rehab or anything. They just like grew out of it. It's not the craziest shit you've ever heard.
yeah.
You can just
People like think drugs are
no
like the
more
thing.
heroin.
Yeah, you can do it. You don't need to fucking pay money to go to a place.
Have you ever been addicted to anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, babes.
Is that what you think an alpha male would say?
Yeah, I definitely think you're an alpha male.
Well, my character is on stage. No, I think addiction is like there's a lot of different types.
Have you experienced any?
StarCraft 2, weed, different things. I just don't think addiction is like a helpful way to look at things. I think underlying addiction is trauma. That's what Gabor Mate says. And I think that we should address the traumas in our society instead of just like, Stop doing the thing that brings you joy."
Yeah. But some people actually like can't handle it.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
it
their brains are
ruins their
broken,
life. Yeah.
like physically, chemically, but we should stop that before it happens. And usually you can stop that by giving, like a living wage and making sure they have home and shelter and
Yeah,
food.
but what's your advice to the people that are already fucked up?
Well, keep doing heroin. Like your brain needs it. If you stop now, you'll die. So don't stop. And then
Oh
like
my
try
God, that's
to
great advice.
rebel against the society that you live in and improve it politically by having like, like a charity where they give out bread and food.
And
Just do that on
heroin.
a large scale. And then that's called communism.
Yeah, but also charities are fucked up.
Well, they are in our current economic system because you need money,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be that way. The concept of charity can work, but it's not necessary. If we just pay everyone a fair wage, then we don't have to have charity.
I watched a whole video about Coney 2012 last night. That shit was
Nice.
crazy. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you were like 10.
No, I can tell the year by the age by my year. Or oh my God, did I just have
The
an
year by my
aneurysm?
age. The age by my year.
My age by the year. So I was 12. And
Um,
I was like changing my face, but Coney 2012.
yeah, there's a lot of positive emotions in the world, and unfortunately, the only thing we value is profit. So it's gonna be perverted for profit.
Whoa, did you just like roll up your sleeve to show the fans your big ass arms?
Yeah,
Damn. Wait, why are you hiding it now?
because I was trying to scratch an itch.
Do you think I
I
have
want to be
a
naked.
more muscly arm or you?
Um,
I think mine is a
I think
little.
yours is bigger.
Hans just called me fat.
You're fleshy.
I'm fleshy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is why you're not getting laid. What the fuck, bro? You just call me fleshy?
This is not about getting laid. This is about accurately describing arms because you decided to compete.
It's not fleshy. It's like, it's not jiggly. My arm is not bigger than yours, or maybe it is.
I don't know, is
No,
it?
your arm is more muscly than mine. Mine's just like a little noodle.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. I mean,
You
flex
said
is
it was
good.
bigger.
Yeah, I think maybe it might be. I think it's pretty close. I need to work out.
Okay, I'm gonna go home and chop my arms off. After I said home. I'm gonna go in my car and chop my arms off.
But do you like the freedom? Don't you feel like you're better than people?
uh,
'Cause you have a
I
purpose?
don't feel like well, I've always felt like I'm a little bit special with how my brain works and what I have to offer and like my work ethic and that I'm capable of like living out of the car and just like doing whatever I want with it. It's like I can go wherever I want and bring my show to whatever city. And so I definitely feel like I'm living a way fuller life than most.
Yeah. And people lack what you have. Like they have nothing and you have everything in terms of spiritual fulfillment. Like they have no idea what it's like.
Yeah, I mean like there was in California my bank account was like fucking at zero at one point and I was not stressed at all. And like in New York when I was living a normal ass life and I would I would start running out of money, it was so stressful and I was like, "No, I mean, I'm working." Like I knew that money was coming from my shows too, but I just like have less concern about things because I'm doing what I want to do that I
Yeah. Like you're using money and jobs as a tool to live your life instead of using your life as a tool to work a stupid job that's not going to matter in 20, 50 years.
yeah. God, I've had like a million jobs ever since I was 14 and like I was when I first moved to New York, I was working at a coffee shop like 35 hours a week. I'd make like $400 in 2 weeks, which is like nothing for that much work and in that city.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this shit? And then they'd also be like, you gotta get the foam right on the fucking latte, you stupid bitch. And I'm like,
Yeah.
don't, like, I could fuck this cup of coffee up because you're paying me actually like $5 an hour, you stupid ass.
Yeah. They're trying to squeeze every value, every cent out of you by emotionally torturing you.
Um, yeah, I feel barista jobs also have gotten like glorified. Like
So they can pay you less.
yeah, like it's hip and cool
Yeah.
to be fucking poor
Yeah.
from working your tight little
Being an
ass off.
artist
Yeah.
at work.
Yeah, that was so funny. Working in New York City in service jobs, you're just working with other artists all the time that are just so sad.
Yeah. This is our economy. You can't just do art.
Did you ever work in service?
Yeah.
Yeah, you worked at a sushi restaurant, right?
Yeah. I worked saying hi to people. I got paid decently, like 17,
You
19.
got free fish.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but it's still not something that humans should be doing for their whole life.
No.
Like this is not fulfilling.
Some people like doing it though. I
Yeah,
like
I mean if you
bartending.
that's your thing, but we shouldn't force everyone to find meaning in serving people food.
No, yeah. And then you have to like everything's good when people are assholes to you.
Yeah. The emotional toll of that is high.
Especially working at a dive bar in New York City as a woman and when you're in comedy as a woman too. The like the shit I would have to put up with. I was like I'm actually not going to put up with it anymore cuz that whole job is just like sexualizing too,
Yeah. They're
which is
just like
dope if you're making a lot of money.
yeah, you're just like the face. Stop looking at the chat.
I'm sorry, it's so hard. It's
I
like
know, my face is so boring.
they have such interesting things to say
No, they
like
don't.
damn Kim, that's all they have to say. It's like what I would never feel obligated to type anything watching a video.
Well, you'd also not sexually abuse waitresses at dive bars.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like
I mean
that's the
what
only people they talk to all day.
that's so
So
true.
they gotta get it all out.
That's like it's so funny because when you serve people at bars too, like you start to see them like get more intoxicated and like more in this false reality of like, oh, this bartender must really like me because they're talking to me, and it's
Yeah,
like, no, that's just my job.
I know, but like once you can't keep telling yourself that. Like
Yeah,
eventually you're just like, oh no, she just likes me.
yeah. And then there would be times where I'd make like a shit ton of tips because I'd talk to them and like I would just be myself, which is like kind of like sarcastic and like they they're like, oh my god, a girl's like talking back to me and being like sassy and has a sense of humor that's so hot, and I'm like, nah, I'm just like really dry. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be hot right now, but I'll take the
You're
tip.
just conversing. You're excellent at the art of conversation. But I
Yeah,
think it'd be better if like there were more conversations happening, but like people don't want to converse with people because they're afraid it'll turn into something more intimate.
I love, especially
So
with
there's less
traveling,
intimacy.
I love just like talking to random people
Yeah, you can tell
and
that's what
making
this
it fun.
podcast is all about.
Yeah, we've never met before. I
We're just
literally just was
shooting the
walking by
shit.
your house and I peed in your front lawn, and I was like, and you came out and you're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, do you have a podcast I could be on?"
Yeah, you want to sit in this chair for an hour while I try to figure it out?
That was yeah, that was a disappointment how you didn't figure it out when we spent all that time.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I might have to return it, but
The camera?
no, the
Oh,
little
the cord.
HD. It's so crazy. I have to pay $180 just to connect my shit. Should like come, it should be a part of the thing. It's like the ability to connect to a laptop, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, I think it's fucked up how the service industry works and how like you are the lube of the commercial sector. Like
Yeah.
you just like talk to people and make them okay with them spending money, and without you the whole thing would crumble. But yeah, and then you keep customers coming back and you are the human face. You do the things that the CEOs can't do and won't do that are actually like the human element of the company, and you should get more money for that. Like you should be
Yeah.
paid fairly for the profit that you bring in instead of like the lowest minimum wage possible.
I feel like sometimes when I listen to you talk, I feel like you've like rehearsed this in the mirror a day before because it just flows out of your mouth so easily, but it's so many words.
What are you supposed to be listening?
I am listening. I'm also admiring the fact that there's so many words just flowing out of your mouth and you're not making a single mistake.
What the fuck? You're supposed to be listening to like what the idea of
Listening to what
something.
you're saying. But
Okay.
it's also hard to listen to what you're saying when
Is
it's
this
like,
boring?
no, you're like a human machine. What is this shit?
I'm just trying to convey the ideas in my head
No,
and
I like it. Like it's good for you, but it's insane that you're not even stuttering. Like, am I talking to a fucking robot right now? What's
I'm
happening?
trying really hard to keep it together.
Are
I'm
you
trying to be
really
more
are
fun.
you really trying hard to keep it together right now? You're so relaxed, it's hard to tell if you're doing anything at all. Do you feel any emotion right now?
Yeah, I feel like put on the spot. I feel
Do you feel
like
happy?
exposed.
Do you feel excited?
I feel good. Yeah, it's fine.
Do you feel love for your friend Kylie?
Yeah. Kyrie.
Kylie.
Kylie Minogue. But
Okay,
yeah, I
sorry, what were
mean,
you
it's
saying?
good.
Human machine, copy facts, back it up,
That's
bitch.
what you were saying. Stenographer, I was saying like you are like as a service industry, you're like the nice soft coating around the wire mesh of a corporation.
Yeah,
And you know, that's valuable. And
they're like young and tight.
yeah.
Put young and tight right where the capitalists want them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the face.
Do you think they have like a book in the White House where it's just titled Young and Tight and it's all about young and tight servers and bartenders that are keeping the economy stable and thriving?
They're like, we need to keep this crop of young tightness
How do we get more young and tight Americans on the
younger
front line
and tighter.
and tighter? How do we tighten them up so tight
Oh,
that there's no more room?
that's so funny. That's like some Cardi B self-talk. We're like, uh-huh, I'm so tight.
I say it on stage all the time.
That's weird.
I think it's funny that you're informing someone of your tightness or looseness.
Yeah, that's like what you think is positive about yourself, but nobody's actually thinking like that.
Yes, my brain is beautiful.
But that's
Yeah,
how
it's
the
amazing.
pressure to be attractive manifests. It's like, and
I don't have pressure to be attractive. I
obviously,
just am.
yeah, I mean,
I just be.
you
No.
just pretty much woke up and put a little glitter on your eyeballs.
Yeah, but no, I just like I truly, especially being on the road and stuff, I'm just down with more natural shit. And I feel like that manifests in the best way too, because if you just are who you are and you're confident about it, that's I'm attracting the right people,
Yeah,
or I'm
I
attractive
think
to the right
makeup
people.
isn't that attractive all the time.
Yeah.
Some people do too much, and then like I see them without it, and it's like you look exactly the same.
Yeah, I think it's more of a creative thing. Like
Yeah.
for me, I put on makeup because I have my show tonight and it's just like I think it's appropriate on stage so they can see your features better,
Hmm.
but that's like the theater in me.
Yeah.
Um
It's
otherwise,
normal, but it's normal for women, not for men.
yeah, normalize putting makeup on
Don't you think?
specifically Hans Kim.
Yeah, we should start a movement. We need to cover this face up with paint. But don't you think it's like if you don't wear makeup, then you force yourself to be naturally more attractive? And if you put makeup on all the time, you're like your eyebrows go away and then your skin can do whatever and you can just paint over all of it so you don't really try it as hard.
Maybe I don't wear makeup that often, so I don't think about it. I'm like the only I like the way I look and I'm happy with it and I'm confident and
It's
the
just so 2022 to just be like paint over it. It doesn't matter what's on the inside.
yeah,
Just
the
the
only thing that
surface.
sometimes bothers me is like I have cystic acne scars and I think that's like fair to be
Yeah.
like that's not I mean
Yeah, if you can cover that up.
I love it. I've come to terms with it and I'm like I love my cystic acne. Um it's
Sounds
actually
serious.
so hot.
Sounds like
But
a
I think it's cool, like, sometimes you wanna, like, dress up a little bit, who gives a shit? Like, don't judge people for doing whatever they want. How
yeah.
does it affect you?
I honestly don't judge people for wearing makeup. I think it looks
You
really
just
good
said people
sometimes.
look uglier with makeup on.
I said
You
that
called
like
people
there's
fat bitches.
pressure to
Oh, yeah, there's
be,
definitely pressure.
you know, like if you didn't wear makeup, maybe it would make you like try harder in a different way.
Um, yeah, I don't know, I was always raised, like, to kind of be left to my own devices. And I think being raised in Southern California where everyone's like really pretty and skinny too, like when I was a kid, I tried to do that. But then I was like, I'm just like a fucking, like, I just like natural. I,
Yeah. There's something about authenticity that maybe isn't that prevalent in Southern California,
nah.
and maybe you crave that more than this thing that you see all the time, this fakeness.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I just like, if you're also with nature, and not to sound like a big old hippie, but I'm like, it actually literally doesn't make sense to wear makeup or nice clothes if you're in nature all the time.
Yeah,
And like once you have
unless
the
you're
sun,
hunting.
it's beautiful. It just makes you beautiful. You notice that you go under the
Hmm.
sun. I don't know if you experience
Yeah.
this. I get a big glow afterwards. I'm like, I'm a hot, sexy lady after the sun.
Yeah. I guess I do that too. I want to be attractive too. I just don't think about it that way. But yeah, the sun is great. We should be out in the sun more. But yeah, where our faces are designed for fluorescent lighting, and it's we're specialized. We're like a goddamn, like a like a goddamn thing that's specialized for inside and not outside.
We're specialized for inside, not outside?
Yeah, not you
No,
specifically. It's the human population
I
of
don't think so. I think humans are
people.
made to be outside.
Well, we've been spending inside. We've spent most of our time inside for 10,000 years,
Yeah.
and in offices and shaking hands and making deals.
Well, that's what we've evolved into, I guess. But
Yeah.
that's why I like Austin, because it's like it pushes you to be outside more. It's like
Yeah.
an outside city.
Yeah. We should have done this podcast outside.
Fuck. You're right. We look like a bunch of posers. We're like, oh yeah, outside is so much better. And then we're just like in your fucking gray room that's a box. Yo, but you took the cardboard off and the sun is shining through, and I bet
Yeah,
you don't do that too
it's
much.
natural.
Why are you looking at the
I actually do.
messages?
I don't. I didn't. I don't really care about it as much as you do, if you couldn't tell.
No, I'm just interested in it because I also don't know how people think of you because I just know you. I don't follow this world of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't either.
I just see like this shit you post on Facebook, but I otherwise I don't watch the show or I don't interact with your
Yeah.
Instagram that much.
I mean, people seem to have an idea of me, and it seems generally positive, but I don't really try to go out of my way to
And I
trick
don't
them.
think you should because then I feel like it's your whole then it's like all you think about, I bet, if you
Yeah.
do care.
How do I change their perception of me? Maybe
Yeah.
if I do this thing a lot, they'll be like, oh, he's
Maybe if I
thinking.
maybe if I scratch my head, they think I'm fucking cool and crazy, yeah. Politically active.
Like actors.
Maybe if I use my hands more, they'll think that I'm politically active.
Like, I mean, I'm not that politically active. I barely give any money to homeless people.
I was thinking about you that the other day about how you don't like homeless people.
How do I not like homeless people? I was one.
Yeah, but you're like a glorified homeless person. I don't like I wouldn't say that, right? Like I
Yeah.
say that as a joke like homeless, but it was like our choice.
Yeah. It's not like some of the other homeless people. But what is there a specific instance where I showed my hatred of the homeless?
Um yeah, one time you like spilled hot Cheetos on a homeless guy in New York City and you kicked him and you said, "Eat hot Cheetos, bitch." And I was like, "Hans, Hans."
Are you? I don't know what's serious or what's a riff,
That's definitely a lie.
but I don't like homeless people, like interacting with them, but I don't blame them for their problems. I mean, some of them I do blame, but like I think mostly it's socioeconomic.
Yep.
You're always gonna have a lower class.
I mean, Austin doesn't really have I haven't seen many homeless people here.
That's
Where are
good.
they?
They're around. I mean, Austin is kind of known for its homeless population.
I haven't seen them. Usually I give them like a fist bump or something. Oh wait, we should talk about how that wallet we found the other day.
Oh yeah, we found a wallet. I found a wallet on the curb. And I pointed it out to you.
And then I picked it up and I was like, we have to return
Yeah,
this.
and you were digging through it. We found out he was a pedicab driver in New Orleans. Found out that his last name was Law, and I was like, is he a law student or that's just his name? And then
Just a
some guy
fucking
in the
driver.
picture, it looked like he had brown or black hair.
He just had like a ginger fro, and he came on walking up, and I was like, you? And then he's like, he instantly hugged you.
Yeah, he grabbed the wallet and then he hugged me and then he gave us $15 and we had a little conversation.
He was like pulling out cash
He was counting the cash
as
for
if it was
the
he was gonna
time.
like hand us $100 bill because he was like, thank you so much, thank you. Then he hands us $15, and I'm like,
That was a lot. He had like $25 in his wallet.
okay, that's no. I mean, like he didn't need to give us anything,
Yeah.
but $15 is offensive, I think.
Well, we could have just left it there and he could have kept all that money and he could have found it himself.
Yeah, because he did come back right. Well, or someone else, maybe timing is everything. Those 10 seconds after we would have walked past it, someone might have taken it and taken it
Yeah.
forever.
He's lucky that we found it and we're suburban children.
He's lucky that we're his guardian angels and we're big pussies.
Yeah, we're such pussies. If we were strong and tough, we would have stolen that guy's wallet and
Yeah. We was
got
smart and final.
$25.
Go to get Reese's with his credit card and then it instantly notify that someone's trying to get Reese's at a smart and final.
And then make him get a new license, even though we don't really need a license. We got his.
And then we become pedicab drivers in New Orleans. Oh my God. That'd be a crazy job.
Yeah.
Damn. Do you like New Orleans?
Yeah, I think it's good. I like what it represents. We can't have every city be like fucking, boring and drab.
Yeah.
We need a city where it's like, how y'all doing? Wrong,
Was
Nolan.
that a southern accent?
Y'all, yeah, you good? Your youngins doing good over there?
Oh my God. I just want to like put a bonnet on you while you do that accent. Can you do that again with a bonnet on?
Like Little House on the Prairie?
Yeah, New Orleans,
Nolans,
beignets
I
and
do declare.
stuff.
I don't know how to do a
When they call you
Cajun
like
accent.
sweetheart or something,
Yeah.
and they talk about the dead bodies that are buried underneath the city and that it really smells during the summer because they rise to the top, the heat. Did you hear
Yeah.
about this?
Spooky City.
Yeah, I like spooky cities.
Yeah, I love it. It's different. We need different cities. We can't have everything be like Houston, just like paved with highways and bullshit everywhere.
I can't believe people still think of Houston
We think of Houston
when in
fondly.
talk of a city. I don't think of Houston when I think of cities like
Houston's
LA.
famous for being badly designed.
Yeah.
It's just paved and you can't walk anywhere and you have to have a car and traffic is horrible and the highways have 17 different exits in one exit and you have to choose the right one.
It's like me the other day, like the U-turn. Fucking U-turns here. It's like LA is also built like shit. You like you stop at a stop sign before you get on the freeway, so you're at 0 miles per hour, and then you instantly have to merge on the freeway at 55 miles per hour. What is that bullshit? And then you 55 miles per hour, and then it's instant traffic, so you have to go zero again real quick. I'm like,
Yeah. And it's so inefficient to just pave the entire road, whereas like a railroad is just two little tracks and then you can put like 100 people on it at a time. It's just
yeah.
like you can swerve all over the road. It's like I don't need to be able to do this. I just want to be on a track. I don't want to be able to have this much freedom.
Are you so you're this is a pro public transit
Yes.
conversation now? Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, it actually makes no sense when you're in a city and it's a driving city.
Yeah.
Even San Francisco, I was losing gas like nobody. Dude, those hills, if I had any eggs that were left to fertilize in me, they're gone now because going up those hills, a fucking egg killer, you know what I mean?
On a bike?
No, I was not biking in San
What?
Francisco.
How are you losing eggs in a
It's
car?
like bumpy and like
Oh.
big bumps and hills and shit. And I was like, I will never be able to get pregnant. Maybe for the
Maybe you
best.
should not be sitting on a dildo while you're driving.
Dude, but that's what they told you to do as soon as you enter the bay. You
Yeah,
go through a checkpoint and they give you a dildo
they give you a lesbian
for your
dessert.
pleasure. Yeah.
Here,
God.
Harvey Milk's dildo.
It's just a jug of milk.
Yeah, it
It's
comes milk.
2%. And yeah. And then
They
it,
can boof milk.
what does boofing milk mean?
It means drinking it through your vagina or asshole.
Really?
Yeah.
Why does your vagina all of a sudden get like a instinct to like sip up, or do you have to like like
You just
connect a
fling it in
wire?
there.
you
You're like a
just,
tampon soaked in milk.
you just like put a USB drive and like connect the milk to it, and then have you ever milked a cow?
Yeah.
Does it feel good?
A little bit.
Really?
It feels like
I want to milk a cow.
yeah, it's like something soft that you're supposed to touch.
Really? It's like
Yeah.
made for us. That's dope.
Yeah, now it's all machines, so
What about tipping a cow?
that's rude.
Yeah, but have you done it?
No, I'd rather touch its tits.
Some may say tipping it is less rude than touching its tits. Does that cow have a shirt that says "Milk my tits," or does it not?
This is some of the famous riffs that happen at Riley's house.
Oh my god, do you hate that I just went into a bit? Hans is anti-comedy. I don't know if you guys can tell this, but
I mean, anyone can just detach from reality.
I feel like I'm having like a really good conversation with you and it's normal to also want to joke a little bit.
Okay, the
It's
cow was
actually
wearing a shirt.
it's actually suffocating if you're like, don't joke during this conversation about communism.
Well,
Like,
maybe
how am I
it's in
supposed to
reality a
love
little
my
bit.
life? It's
Yeah, it's great.
there's also balance. Like, you need to appreciate balance and incorporate that in your life too. Like,
You just gotta be illogical
you're
to
allowed
take
to
it.
be funny too sometimes. Like, you don't have to be deep all the time. That's
No, I love
exhausting.
humor. I just wish it was like more, like directed at something concrete instead of just like a sh cow wearing a shirt.
Yeah, who gives a shit? It's like, don't you like silly things?
Yeah, what about a
How funny is it thinking
box
about a
that's
cow wearing a
upside
goddamn
down
shirt?
and then there's like a pink dildo inside of the box?
Yeah, you're an asshole because I was just like talking about driving in San Francisco and you're like, were you on a dildo?
Well, you said you lost
You.
eggs. How are you losing eggs unless there's something sharp pointing directly at your ovaries?
Uh, Hans thinks girls are not funny. He's pretty rude. Sorry, I know I'm not supposed to look at this, but that's funny that I just read that.
Girls are not funny.
Girls are not funny, and I will die on that hill. There's just something biologically about girls that make them not funny, you know?
I think that girls are hilarious. I think that they have a different perspective.
Hans is like, I think girls are hilarious as long as they have sex with me.
That helps. But I think that
You think I'm funny?
I do. Yeah. I think you're hilarious. I think
Thank
like you're
you.
very aware and you're like anyways,
I laugh
you're
at
like
myself a
laughing at
lot.
yourself.
Oh my god, I laugh at myself a
I love
lot.
your crowd work. Your crowd work is excellent because you like
Thank
take
you.
in whatever they say. You don't like reject it. You like fully take it in and then you like process it and then you move on. Like for me, I sometimes have a hard time be like taking it in. I'll just be like, "You're an idiot. Why are you happy?"
Oh, I appreciate that. That's actually really nice. Yeah, I kind of like black out when I do crowd work. It just like comes out of me. Like I feel like like died and then I come back to life.
Yeah, you're like you're just like that's a crazy thing to say anyway. And like I'll totally yeah. You want to fuck me or something?
I also feel like because in the beginning I used to get mad at people also, and it's just like such a turn off to the crowd that like it makes you listen to
Yeah,
them, and you're like, wait, actually, this is an opportunity for me to like look really funny and smart
yeah,
if I listen to this.
yeah.
But do you not do crowd work?
I do. I just like to do it like with a purpose and for a reason. I don't like to just do it
Yeah,
just to do it.
I would say like my style is pretty chaotic, and I'll just like weave in and out of it. But I also just think that's probably one of my like best skills in comedy, so I like doing it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, you're an empath. You feel things.
is that what you gather from my crowd work?
Yeah.
That's so true. My friend was making fun of me and he was like, like we love when you laugh, but like do it a little less because then it's you're stomping on your punchlines." And I'm like, "I'm just having so much fun up there though." I was like doing a bit about guns and I was like, "Ah, guns." Ah. He's like, "You look fucking stupid up there." But yeah, when I hit like a good place on stage and I have so much fun,
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like everyone should feel that way.
Yeah. You should. Yeah, you should be happy. You don't want to look miserable, but I feel like there's a balance because if you're too happy, then you're gonna get in the way of your performance.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you can find the balance eventually.
Do you look happy on stage? Sometimes.
Sometimes. I don't
Are
know.
you happy on stage?
Yeah,
It's
I
the
love it.
best.
Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know who these people are, and I don't think they deserve to live.
Yeah. That's a crazy thing to think when you're on stage.
I know, funny.
That's like a school shooter mentality.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's sort of misanthropic and negative and,
Yeah.
like a cloud of despair hanging over my head, but usually I try to avoid that.
Yeah, I think you should also try and avoid that.
Yeah, you need to stop being so happy, and I need to stop being so murderous.
It's like weird when I do my solo show because I'm like talking about my life for an hour and then it's like when you can see people's individual faces and you're like you're just gonna know every little thing about me. And then if they're like not on board with what you're saying, you're like, but it happened. I don't know, it's like really difficult doing an hour that's not just stand up and building tension and breaking it with comedy because if you build that tension and don't break it with comedy, that fucking hurts.
Yeah,
That's
they're
really difficult.
in like limbo. They're like, we still have it.
Yeah.
Someone relieve us.
Yeah, they just like want to be like punched in the stomach with something funny and sometimes it's like I can't do my solo show every single day like stand up, so it sometimes I literally just have to work it out while I'm doing it and like eat shit.
Yeah, that's the audience is like, oh shit, like there's a lot on the line in a live performance. You got people's attention and emotions wrapped
Mhm.
up, and that's the thing that makes the world go round is people's ideas and emotions, and you can have it in the palm of your hands.
Crush it.
But they also have defenses where they're like, oh, this guy's full of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, there's like for some reason I imagined you talking about this like you have like figurines at home and you're like have audience like little figurines of audience members and you're like have a figurine of yourself doing stand up and you're like my bit and then you like go back and forth with them and that's how you practice.
Like a god, like playing with little voodoo dolls.
Yeah. Oh my God. That would be a great movie. It's like a rendition of Joker, but just like more autistic. The plot that's changed is he just loves playing with dolls.
Thank God it's an outlet for him. It's not so angry.
I kind of have to pee.
Do you want to read one comment?
Okay.
Should we end it or do you want to come
How long
back?
has this been going on?
An hour and a half,
How long do you usually do it for?
an hour.
Oh, then maybe we should end it. I mean, they kind of love it. Like, why do they fucking love us?
Yeah, look at all these
Oh my
emojis.
God. All these
So
emojis,
many mitochondria.
it means that they're like really emoting.
Han should put up a Saudi flag.
Stand up and traveling preachers. Yep. Self-identified traveling preacher.
It's probably something that we talked about that now I don't know what it's in relation to. Got milk? That was probably when you were talking about milk.
And cows.
Why were you talking about milk again?
Putting it up my pussy, I think.
Oh,
But of
oh, Harvey
course.
milk.
Oh
The
yeah.
dildo.
Edge Queen Overlord. That's so funny. Do you think I'm a edge lord?
No, you're too liberal to be an edgelord.
Okay, maybe Hans is going to blow her unprompted. That's sick.
They're so horny.
That's so funny. Like,
Just pee dead.
I know I'm about to pee my pants.
Okay, should I end it? Okay, well I'll just pause it.
Wait, now we look really cool.
The hat and the neck pillow.
I'm gonna say I'm Republican now.
You're a trucker boy.
I know you're hungry, but you're gonna wait another hour to eat, girly. Come here.
Curly poo, you want some sausage?
Come here. Really? Damn. You didn't even ask me if that was okay, you psycho.
It's a dog.
I don't feed her human food, because then she'll become a beggar.
That's so sad. All I
Uh,
eat is human food.
yeah, because you're human. Because you're human.
You don't want to share our culture with the dog?
Um, no, I don't want her to steal the limelight.
The food line?
Fuck.
Still.
We're already back?
Yeah.
Smile more.
Stop reading the comments.
Yo, sorry. Yo, I
That's
look
why you
fucking
hate
cool. Do you want to freestyle?
everybody. Yeah.
Okay. Put on some beats.
Royalty free beats. YouTube. Oh my God. One hour. That should be long enough. Uh,
Wait 1 sec. I gotta.
yo. Mm. Kylie. Kylie Vincent. She looks really omnipresent.
Hans Kim. Eating his kolache. He's so thin. Thin as butter and his licorice. Twist. Bit up in the shit. Ayy.
Sending emails like she is a female, but we only know that she likes to eat tail. I'm talking ass. Kylie Vincent always eating ass, and she likes it. She likes the taste of poop in her butthole and her chin.
Ew, what the fuck, dude? I like the taste of food, like M&Ms and cool food. Okay, wait. Yeah. Here we are with an American flag. That's what you call it if you don't have a dad. I don't have a dad. I think you have a dad, but don't talk to him because you just are kind of a bleep.
Fag?
Fag. I can say it because I've eaten pussy before.
I love my dad more than you even know. I think he's really rad. And
I think they only hear the
bad
beat.
dad.
They said I only hear the beat.
Really? Can you hear me now? I'm fucking rapping. Everything you do is all the copying. This dog looking at me hungry, 'cause I know you don't feed him 'cause you're out here like a bungry.
Yo, that looks kind of good. Okay, yeah.
I wanna stop.
Yeah. No, keep going. Wait, change the beat. We need to change the vibe in here. This is a horrible beat.
That's free.
Yeah.
Getting mochi powder all over my favorite fucking hat. What are you thinking about? You are a bat.
You're fat. Hans called my arms fat earlier. He said I was a girl in her and he doesn't have girls in him because he is a little boy and he can't even finger them because he doesn't know how. He don't know where the clit is. He just knows where to put his foot in.
Love footing bitches up and down with my toes. That's what I do to these hoes. They don't even know, but I put 'em in a bow. Then I take 'em out in a boat and I row.
And in the snow, he pees in it. He drinks it. He uses it for fertilization.
Okay, rhyme with fertilization.
Yes, you can. Who says, huh? Hans Kim is the greatest there ever was. Said no one ever.
Kylie Vincent. She lives in a car. What a loser. I would never want to do that unless I was a boozer. And that's what I do. I go up and down and talk to chicks every day, and I use my dick.
I talk to chicks every day, and I use my dick and make them suck it. And then they say, yo, fuck it. I'ma suck dick. Can we be over with this?
That's what I wanted for a while. Did they even hear that? That's the rap you do when you're drunk with friends and bored. Hans Kekiatori. Anyways.
Why did they barely have anything to say about it?
I don't know. But what are you gonna do tomorrow?
What am I gonna do tomorrow?
Yeah, you have your show tonight. Check it out at
I
the
might
Fallout
cancel
Theater.
it.
Tonight?
Yeah, because they didn't sell a lot of tickets, and they just let me know that, and I'm like, I don't want to perform for less than 20 people.
Yeah. Hey, come to the Fallout Theater tonight.
No, it's not their vibe.
You
Not
don't
Nirvana.
want my followers to follow you?
No,
That's insulting. You're insulting me
your
now.
followers should stay in their own pig pen of I've got a. No, you guys can follow me on Instagram. Just don't follow me around.
Buy tickets. Give Kylie your money.
You could buy tickets so I could get the money. I'm just not gonna show up.
Yeah, take a risk. Support. This is like she's like Bitcoin right now. You gotta invest early.
I'm gonna NFT my sexual assault.
Did you record it? And you can
No,
throw it
no, no.
online.
Just the fact that I've been sexually assaulted. I'll just make that an NFT.
You just saying that on video right now.
Well, we're 21 people. Oh, there's only 21 people on.
Yeah. That's enough. You need 20.
Yeah, if you guys all rally out tonight.
So what do you think about comedy? And do you think that it's is it like a good enough art form? Is it like is there a limit to it?
I think you can make it whatever you want it to be. And when people think of comedy, they usually have like a one single brain vision of it. And then they get mad when you do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
But you can actually do whatever the fuck you want with it. And stand up, I think, just in how it's structured for showcases can be limiting because in what are you doing?
I'm trying to see if I'm on a show tonight,
You are on that show, the show that I'm on too.
but you're not on it.
I'm like on it, but not on it.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm gonna put you up, but
But
here's how it works. And I
and
was like,
then I
what?
might not put you up.
Yeah. So it's like pretty big deal.
Stand up is hard. It's like independent, but you also need people to book you, and you also need to be like a part of a scene. And some people don't do well with that. I mean, I'm kind of a social butterfly. I'm really good at talking to people and making them comfortable. So it's a little different for me, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta get to know people and like you have to have them approve of you and you gotta have them book you on your shows, on their shows. But I mean, you did the same where you book your own shit, so it's
I just canceled my show. I don't want to perform for less than 20 people. It's demeaning for what I have to do.
exactly, yeah, you gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, you are doing your own show and you don't need other people to book you anymore, but they still do, but
Yeah.
you took control and you're like, I want to go out there and I want to do shows and you're not just waiting around for someone to help you and do everything for you. You're just like, I can do this. My all I need, like, and anyone else would just be a middleman. You don't
Mhm.
need anyone else. And people don't want to go out and talk to people. They want riches and money and fame. They don't actually want to talk. They don't want to actually do what comedy is and communicate with people.
Yeah. Wait, so are you saying like people don't actually are you saying like people are in it for the wrong reasons?
I'm saying people are not independent. They're weak and they need other people to help them, but you don't need other people to help you. You can do it all yourself if you have the gumption and the ability to do it. I mean, I was like that. I just did open mics and I didn't like go. I think like the best thing to do would just to be doing shows. Just be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do stand up for an hour and it might be good, it might be bad, but I'm gonna do it every week and then people will start coming.
I mean, in mine, it's like it's not just stand up, and I've been working on it for a really long time, but like it's definitely in other stand ups when they like see that you're doing shit, they're like, oh, that's really cool. I'm like, yeah, you can literally do whatever you want. I mean, I'm lucky that I have like my director and producer and shit, but I still had to like put feelers out for that. And then like once people like I get the most opportunities when I am putting on the most for myself. Cuz once people start seeing you do shit, they're like, "Oh, that person's doing shit. I want to be a part of that." And
Yeah.
it's like people put all this producing work into like showcases too. It's like you could be working on your half hour and getting those people out for that too. Like building your own following.
Yeah. That's just the most easiest way to do it is showcases. It's the way that everyone does it.
Yeah.
You think
She's
he's
still
gonna
eating
throw
her
up?
sausage.
I know.
No, I don't think she's gonna throw up, but I've also never given her human food, so Hans just gave my disabled dog human food.
Human food. What is this? Human food? Have you seen Rick and Morty where he's like
Yeah.
humans? But yeah, I don't want to just quote
Yeah,
movies
it's
and
like
stuff.
so lame.
Especially Rick and Morty.
I like Rick and Morty. I haven't watched TV in a long while though, because like I don't like
You don't have them?
I don't like have a TV, you know.
I mean, the
y-
phone's pretty
Yo,
good.
so like we can hang out until the show that I'm kind of on, but you're most definitely on.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go to a show at 8. You want to drive me?
Can I get a spot? What show is it?
Um,
Will you ask if I can do a guest spot because I drove
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll text him. Ryan Joseph is hitting me up April 15th and stuff. Oh God, I hate that calendar app. Sorry.
It's okay.
April 15th, I can't. 16th, I can't. 29th, 30th, I can't. I told him which days I can do it
For what?
for the show.
Which show are you booking right now?
Um, I'm booking a show at Hyenas. But yeah, I mean, I like Ryan Joseph. It's just the way that he books shows and communicates sometimes is very
Is he in Austin?
manipulative. Yeah, sometimes.
Is he still LA?
Yeah, he just does he does both. It's so frustrating. He communicates to me like through like fifth like 3 different apps. So I gotta find the
I
one.
like can't help but read these comments, but they're really stupid. They're like every vet comic would do the show. It's about mic time. It's literally not. I can I gotta stop reading these comments. I don't care about this.
If you want to read the comments,
No, they're just upset about
oh,
me canceling my show.
that's why. Oh, they think you should do all the shows all the time.
No, yeah, that's a false way to look at it. That's what every bad comedian thinks. It's like
Go up.
go up every night, even if it's a shitty mic and it makes you hate your material, and then you're worse and you're 3 steps back.
Yeah, I mean your emotional health is very important, especially you because you're so sensitive.
Yeah, definitely. And my show's about something that's sensitive, so it's not really like a great thing to share with like only a couple people
Yeah,
where the
make
energy is
it
really
feel like a
awkward.
show. But yeah, I mean, I think that they don't know what it's like to do a show, and for them, it's just all like, they only see the positive sides of doing it.
They say blow your nose, babe. Like I was just sick and
Nose
I'm
ring.
congested. Oh, do they think that I have fucking snot in my nose right now? Yeah, I'm just fucking sick and I have a septum ring. Wait, so what show are you doing at 8?
Um, it's some brewery.
Can you ask if I can go up?
Sure. Let me ask. I think that it's good to not do shows. I mean, I was in a mindset where I was doing all the shows all the time, so
Yeah, and then that makes you tired and hate things, and then you're worse at it.
I said no worries if not, because I don't want to
No
push
worries
her.
if not, although I won't be able to get there because she won't drive me. Oh,
Hey, oh no, I gotta touch her.
yeah, that's okay. Hans is molesting my disabled dog right now. Oh, why was that? Oh, she's like really tangled in it. Here, I got it. Job. Fuck, now I'm tangled in it. Jesus fucking Christ.
Your whole goes bad. This is like ever since we got back, it's not been a podcast. It's just been us like
On
on
our
the phone.
phones. Yeah.
But how do you feel about Austin?
I love Austin.
Me too.
I was like thinking about whatever happens with my show after Fringe, and then like where I'll land. And I'm like, I definitely just think it's like smart to split time here, LA and New York, but if it's really just dependent on my show.
So would you say Austin's the third or the second?
I mean, I think Austin's the second because there's not enough stage time in LA,
Hmm.
but LA is definitely more established. And also, I have more,
Prestigious.
like, I have like family, like, not my family, but like friends that are like, feel like, I don't know though, because
Because you're from Southern California.
yeah, but not my actual family. It's out there, like my
Just friends.
homies, but also my homies are here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like really bad how much I love it here.
it's good. It's a good city, and we're making it. It's not
Me to
made.
move. You want me to move here?
I kind of do, yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot of friends, and
We're good
now I
friends.
don't have to make another one. I can have one. But I think it's a good city because it's being made. It's new, it's fresh. It's not like you just have to kiss ass here.
It's definitely innovative.
Yeah,
Um, the only thing is there's not a lot of industry for the other stuff,
yeah.
like
Acting.
TV and acting and shit like that.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Can't fake it and lie.
I'm gonna build Hollywood from the ground up in Austin, Texas.
Why don't you act right now? You want to do a sketch?
Yeah,
Should we do
okay.
sketches?
Give me like a topic.
Have you seen that Adam Driver movie with Scarlett Johansson?
Marriage Story?
Yeah.
You just want to reenact Marriage Story?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really remember. I feel like it
Yeah, that's
all
even
of
better.
okay. So you're Adam Driver, I
Yeah.
assume?
Hey, where's Charlie, our child that we had together? Where is he? It's my visitation
They
day.
took him away.
What? You're supposed to tell me when these things happen.
They took him away and I didn't have my cell phone with me because I have a jitterbug and it died.
What the fuck is a jitterbug?
Haven't you seen the commercials for the jitterbug?
Why he's getting so animated about explaining jitterbug? I mean, either
You're yelling at me. Just love me. We're supposed to be in a
Wait,
marriage and
I thought we were divorced.
oh fuck, are we?
Yeah, this is like
Fuck,
after
I'm
the
such
divorce.
a goddamn alcoholic. I forget if we're married or divorced.
Who's
God
they?
damn.
Who took Charlie, our boy?
It's child child's protective services took Charlie, okay?
This
Because
is an attack.
you're a shit dad and you weren't around.
I'm here right now to pick him up. I mean, I want to be a good
You're
dad.
10 minutes late, so I called child protective services.
That's
Okay?
fine. Okay. If you want to use our child's well-being as a weapon against me, um, that just means you're a bad person and I'm better than you.
Oh, I love you.
Aw, I love you too. That's really sweet that you said that.
We should go have sex in the bedroom and then cheat on each other afterwards.
Yeah, I'm down for that because I have a lot of bitches lined up.
Even with that weird looking face, Adam Driver.
Yeah, people like my lumpy face. They also like how I have a deep voice and I sound like Andre the Giant.
Um, yeah, I'm like taken aback right now. Wait, can we just like end scene for a second? Hans, you're a really good actor.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God, did you get goosebumps? Did
I
you feel the
felt,
electric energy in this room?
yeah, I felt authentic and Meisner-ish.
Yeah, do you know what Meisner is?
Yeah, isn't it where you like do method acting?
Mm.
You like
Yeah,
pretend a
I
character.
really saw you as Adam Driver at the moment.
Adam Driver playing another character.
No, yeah, you were just playing it. Did they like it?
Thumbs up. Best carbonation in the game. I tried to replicate it with the soda stream and it was weak. They're like having
You're
a
not like paying attention at all. Like, what the fuck? Why are we even this hot if they're not paying attention? Okay, let's do another scene. Let's do another scene.
Okay.
Um, this one will be let's see. You just got diagnosed with cancer, but this is your third time and you feel kind of okay about it. And go. And you have to tell me and you could make me whoever you want.
Hey, Mom.
Hey honey, how was the doctor that you brought yourself to?
The doctor that I transported myself to independently of you was very helpful and kind, and he also told me I have ulcerative colitis.
For the third time?
It's it's a lot, I know.
Honey, it's not just a lot, it's everything. This house is riddled with cancer.
I'm sorry that I brought cancer into this house, Mom. I feel like a death.
I swear to God, I'm gonna ground you again for getting cancer for the third time.
I deserve it. I'm a sick boy.
You're a dirty little cancer boy.
I'm a dirty, dirty little bitch, cancer bitch.
Oh, honey, don't talk to your mother that way.
Mom, I really am sorry that I have cancer and I will really try hard not
Sorry. That's all I hear from you these days, huh? It's okay. Well, when am I gonna see action? When am I gonna see you in remission?
The doctor said maybe after an aggressive round of chemotherapy, I will, start to get better.
Hmm.
But you never know with cancer, it could spread,
It could spread
yeah, to the lymph nodes.
to other people.
Yeah,
Oh, so now your cancer's contagious.
yeah, I got contagious cancer.
So 14-year-olds are so selfish. They just go and bring home contagious cancer.
I'm sorry. I'll try to get non-contagious cancer next time.
It's like cooties, but it's like good. You catch cancer. Ooh.
Oh, don't let me get you with the cancer.
Again on the playground. I told you to knock that shit off.
I got cancered today. It was very uncomfortable as they started replicating my cells, and then I couldn't stop it. And the kids were just like, "Look at him. He's got cancer now." And I was like, "Oh, it's like you guys did this to me, and I feel bad now. Now I have cancer. I couldn't stop it from happening."
Did you get a message back?
Um, no.
Is it someone just sending you nudes? Who's calling me? um. Okay. Now give me one.
Okay. So we are, um, you know, on Mars and we're astronauts and
Okay.
there's like something going on and the flaps aren't flapping.
We're southern.
Yeah. Hey, you check out the goddamn flaps on the Mars rover?
Damn it, these flaps ain't flapping and we're on fucking goddamn Mars.
It's too much, too far away from home. I miss Alabama.
I miss Bama, where flaps were supposed to be flapping, and now we took ourselves up to the fucking moon, and now them flaps are not flapping.
I wish they were, but there's there's a lot of flaps that aren't flapping.
And what are you gonna do about it, huh? Big tough guy with the 7-gallon hat, astronaut motherfucker, not flap.
I'm gonna go outside and try to fix it with my wrench, and I'm gonna go around and sort of holler at it and try to, throw a lasso on it and try to hump it into flapping again, just like I did your mother.
Ayo. Ayo, brother, even in space, you still goddamn got it.
We're a couple space cowboys shooting the shit and fucking making it work. America.
Fucking chewing tobacco in space. They said I couldn't do it. I stayed in my mouth up here.
All that gravity's got me feeling like I need to take a shit.
Oh.
Is that my stomach?
Yeah, I'm playing the role of your stomach now. Arr.
Hey, stomach, what's wrong with you? You upset?
Arr.
I hear ya. I feel that way too. It's probably all that tobacco I've been swallowing. You're gnawing now. I feel like you got some butterflies. Stomach.
And scene. I think that one was our best yet.
Yeah, we should put it on
We should have a
TikTok.
character podcast.
Yeah, should do the whole podcast in character.
Who am I? I'm a slutty little hay girl.
It's silly little hey girl.
Yeah, I just fucking love hay, and I love sitting on it, and I love chewing on hay.
You are a hay slut.
Hans, you took too long to respond. I think you were like processing how hot hay slut was.
That sounds painful.
Uh,
What, you love hay? Can't get enough of this hay?
yeah, I can't stop shoving hay up my asshole.
Well, I know I got more where that came from. I got some hay up my asshole.
I think we should stop. Are we in a fever dream now?
You completely lost touch with reality. We're untethered and flying in space.
I feel like I'm on a different planet now.
We are. We're back on Mars.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of a fucked up reality I'm living in. I never thought I would be in your room in Austin, Texas. When I first met you, I met you in a van in New York City, so this is weird.
But I mean, you probably wouldn't think it's weird that you're in a friend's room, that you met, like so it's
In a
like
friend's room.
yeah, it's like eventually if I told you, hey, one day you're gonna be in a friend's room, you'd probably be like,
In Austin, Texas, I'd be like, fuck off.
and there's gonna be
I'm
a
not in.
global pandemic. It's
Yeah.
gonna scatter us to the winds.
And then Austin, Texas is going to become a booming city.
Yeah. And the rednecks are gonna get mad at us for bringing culture and intelligence into their backwards
They
podunk
get mad?
village. No, some of them do, but Austin is already known for liberals, so it's hard for them to get mad at more liberals.
Yeah, someone once told me like 4 years ago that I'd like Austin, and I was like, what? What do you mean? And they're like, it's like a cute city. And I was like, Texas?
What's cute in Texas? Like a big old cow?
With big old cow nipples that you just yank at with a little shirt.
Cactus, beautiful, cute desert.
Hey, Fever.
I think
Hey, Fever.
I think Texas is great. I think that they're kind of going all in on the whole Republican thing with the abortion and the trans stuff,
I
but
love that they're just like, we want to be involved in every little thing that has nothing to do with us.
yeah, they're like, we are dictating culture too.
We have too much time on our hands because we have old money that was passed down to us, or maybe they don't. Maybe it's the people who are like, all I have is my farm and my opinions.
Yeah, that's most of them. And then the rich ones get to tell the idiots what to think. But on Chapo Trap House, they were like, Houston looks like a city that was designed by oil. Like oil gained sentience, and it was like a gurgling little thing, like build
You
highways everywhere.
want to go buy me a cowboy hat? I would wear a cowboy hat all night
You want to
long.
go buy a cowboy hat and then go to the show?
Yeah, am I getting up?
Probably not.
Why?
Because he hasn't responded
Yeah, but maybe when we get there, I can also ask. And
in the cowboy hat.
in the cowboy hat, they're definitely gonna throw me a guest spot if I'm in a cowboy hat. That'd be fucking stupid if they looked at the cowboy hat and said, "Sorry, no guest spot."
Yeah. Sorry, it doesn't look like you do comedy. It just seems like you're a character actor.
I just get up there in 5 minutes. I'm a cowboy. They're like, Hans, what the fuck?
I need a place and an object.
Can someone give me a word to work with? Someone screams, anal. I done a lot of that in my day. Hey, am I right, brother? Yeah.
Howdy.
Fist and howdy, mother trucker. Okay, let's get out of here.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Bye. So fun.